Detroit 47. Your Dallas Cowboys 9. We're gonna get straight to the chase. We ain't gonna get into all this formalities crap tonight. Cause y'all know what it is. And if y'all are true Cowboy fans, y'all will be feeling the same way I'm feeling right now. 47-9. Let's go ahead and get into the box score. Before anybody start making their excuses, there are no excuses. If we're going to make any excuses, we can make excuses on the defensive side of the ball, knowing that 6 of our starters on the defensive side of the ball were out. And I know a whole bunch of you fanboys, Dak fanboys, are going to say Dak doesn't play defense. Let me repeat that score again. And I understand, like I say, I'm going to step on some toes, and it really doesn't matter because I'm voicing my opinion. Take it like a man, take it like a woman, and just allow me to voice my opinion. Because I'm sure your opinions are probably a lot different from mine. And I can accept your opinion. Again, I say about the Cowboy Huddle podcast, we are unapologetic for anything we say on this channel. This is not script. This is not promotional. This is just the Cowboy Huddle podcast. I'm not going to even begin to talk about the defense because there's nothing to talk about when you have an offense for 4 quarters, 3 field goals. I don't have anything written down. I haven't listened to any interviews. I don't want to hear any interviews. Because right now, if it's me, changes will be made as of tomorrow. 3 points in the first quarter. 3 points in the second quarter. 3 points in the third quarter. And absolutely nothing in the fourth quarter. And some of y'all want to sit here and make excuses of why we lost. That's why the title is The Dallas Cowboys Are a Joke. I'm sick of it. Jerry Jones, let me let you know what everybody does when it comes to our Cowboys. Let me share with you, Jerry Jones, while you sit in your high press box seats looking down on your players. You know what we as fans are doing? We're making arrangements to have tailgates, house parties, watch parties at different bar and grills. All that we may see our Dallas Cowboys put on a show. So we'll have something to brag about. 30 years. Oh, and by the way, happy birthday, Jerry Jones. You and Will McClay. Maybe not what you were expecting, But you know, if it was me, I would have served you the cake right after the game. I would have served you your cake right after the game and said, "Hey, everybody, it's Jerry Jones' birthday. Let's celebrate." I'm sure you wouldn't even didn't even have the urge to eat any cake on tonight. And it's all because of you. Three points in three quarters. Total of 9 points and no points in the fourth. This, what we're doing, it's getting old, Jerry, just like you, brother. It's getting very, very old, and and the age is starting to show in this team. Mike McCarthy is not going to say anything that's going to jeopardize his job, even though his play calling sucks. A quarterback, I don't care what you can say about this offensive line, but it's the offensive coordinator's job to make adjustment. If you know that your front line is not that good, how about screenplay plays? Whatever happened to the screenplays? Quick slats. Time after time, we found ourselves behind the chain. 2nd and 10, 2nd and 15, 3rd and 12. But Mike McCarthy, you say, I know how to win games. But let me tell y'all something. So you didn't listen to me when I told you. I said last year's schedule was a very, very weak schedule. We won 5 automatic games just from our division alone. Should have been 6, but we split one with Philadelphia. We beat the Giants twice. We beat the Commanders twice. And who else? Yeah, we beat them twice, and then we split with Philadelphia. That's 5 games, and each one of those teams was under 500. All 3 of those teams suck. We lost to the 49ers last year. We lost to the Rams last year. We lost to the Miami Dolphins last year. And I told you guys, I said, you know what? This schedule is it's not what it is. And we wonder, well, Dak threw for 4,000 yards. Dak did this. You know why Dak threw for so many yards? And I said this, if the end zone was in between the 20s, we could have 500 points tonight. I don't know if there's and I probably said this before, if there's a big red light in the red zone, if there's a big stop sign in the red zone, or if there's a do not enter sign in the red zone. But for whatever reason it is, we cannot find the end zone. And you know what was so sad? And I know what you guys are going to say. Well, it was 47-9. The game was. I don't give a fat rat. My starting quarterback is going to stay in there until he finds the end zone. The start of the fourth quarter, they pulled him. Nah. Y'all threw in the towel. You called it quits. They're too tough for us. Wow, we're taking a beating. We give. Throw in the towel. And that's the true identity of the Dallas Cowboys. No heart. And if you one of those that on this team with heart, I'm calling you out. No heart. Not certain individuals. Donovan Wilson, man, I saw you bringing the wood today, bro. I saw several of you guys bringing the wood today, doing your thing. But as a team, y'all are soft. Y'all have no identity, no swag. You get in the end zone, you do all that dance and celebration like you ain't never been in the end zone. Pretty boy. Soft ass coach. Delusional ass owner. And let me ask you guys this. How is it that we have Mike McCarthy as an offensive coordinator and we have Brian Schottenheimer as an offensive coordinator? Then we have the analysts and we have the data that Mike McCarthy is always talking about. That right there, my friends, is a recipe for success with that many things involved in this offense. But yet, we can't find the end zone. I'm not talking about the defense. You can say what you want about the defense. The defense kept trying to bail y'all asses out. 9 points? Oh, but they gave up 47 because they stayed on the field. This was a prime example of the same thing we witnessed with Green Bay. But we made a run late in the game. This was worse than the Green Bay game. And you know what Dan Campbell did? He rubbed y'all nose right in that mess. You know how your dog take a poop and you training him to go outside or go to the door? And with Dan Campbell, he trolled us today. You know, and I really hoping he put 60 points on him. I was really hoping that Dan Campbell would, because he wasn't letting up. He exposed our $240 million quarterback. $60 million a year, $80 million signing bonus, tearing down houses, building a new house. I don't think Dan Campbell and the Lions took kindly to that. So they had to make a statement. So basically they came in, took a piss on your turf, and dust their feet off. Let them piss all on y'all turf. Dak Prescott, 17 of 33, 178 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. But let me look on this other side. Jared Goff threw the ball 25 times, 315 yards, 3 TDs. What's the difference between the two teams and the quarterback? Well, when I look at Detroit, I see a balanced football team. Balance. Complementary football on both sides. Ben Johnson, another little young OC out there being creative, razzle-dazzle, flea flickers, just creative. Then Aaron Glenn on the defensive side of the ball just shut y'all down. Now, I'm not even say y'all, I'm gonna say us. Just shut us down. Rico Dowdle, 5 carries for 25 yards. The man had a standout, an outstanding game last week, and he gets 5 carries. Yeah, see, I'm finna pour salt in this wound because See, here's the deal. Some of you content creators or some of you sports broadcasters, you're not going to say anything bad about Jerry or the Dallas Cowboys organization because you want to continue to get into the press room to ask questions. You want to continue to be, you know, next to Jerry. I can give a fat rat about being in some press conference, being next to Jerry Jones, because you know why? I'm a true fan. So, because if I'm in the press room, I'm going to ask the real questions. Something like, Mike McCarthy, what was wrong with your offense? Mike McCarthy, whose fault was it? Was it your quarterback or was it your fault? See, these are the questions that need to be asked. You guys want to get hello, Mike McCarthy. So it was a rough day today. So what is your outlook or what was your take on bump that? Jerry Jones, when are you gonna find a general manager? Jerry Jones, happy birthday. How that cake taste? Huh? No. See, I'm one they'll say, whatever you do, do not let the Cowboys Huddle podcast come in this room again. And that's fine. Because all I know is we got that ass beat. Straight up. We got that ass beat tonight. And y'all didn't do nothing about it. Y'all threw the towel in. Y'all threw the towel in the fourth quarter, man. I would never, ever quit. I would never, ever throw a towel in. I'm going to keep fighting. Even if I get beat, I'm beat up or beat down. Oh, I'm going to get my licks. Yeah, you going to know I was there. And even if you get me the first time, I'll be back. Now, we know Detroit Lions haven't beaten us since 2013. So it's a big thing to them. It's a big thing to Detroit. They haven't beat us since 2013 with Matt Stafford. So this is a milestone for Detroit Lions. But I must say they are playing great football. I will not take that from them. But now when we talk about our Dallas Cowboys, it's a joke. This is an absolute joke. 9 points. Big shout out to Converte Turpins. He did pretty good until he fumbled. Donovan Wilson. Overshown. Man, shout out to the defense, man. Y'all did what y'all could, man, with what y'all had, man. Give it up for the defense. I'll take on anybody that have something bad to say about this defense when we have a trash ass offense. Defense ain't gonna find some point. Well, did our offense ever find the end zone? Let's start there. So I'm not the one that's going to sugarcoat anything. This offense sucked. Dak Prescott sucked. Mike McCarthy sucked. The running game sucked. The front line sucked. David Montgomery, 12 carries for 80 yards, 2 TDs. Total yards. Detroit, 492 yards. Dallas Cowboys, 251. Passing yards. Detroit, 308 yards. Cowboys, 198. rushing yards. Detroit 184 yards rushing. Cowboys 53. Yards per play. Detroit 7.5. Cowboys 3.9. Three interceptions thrown by the Cowboys. 2 fumbles lost by the Cowboys. Third down efficiency, 3 for 13. Fourth down efficiency, 1 for 14. 1 for 4. First down, Detroit 27. Cowboys 16. Time of possession, 34-43 for the Detroit Lions, 25-17 for the Cowboys. You guys do the math. But personally, me, somebody's getting made an example of, and it shouldn't be Mike Zimmer. You know, the Jets fired their head coach. If we're going to lose, let's lose all the way out. Somebody got to be the scapegoat by tomorrow. I would not be surprised. It'd be Mike Zimmer. I would not be surprised. They would put this on Mike Zimmer. While Mike McCarthy made the statement that he knows how to win. And he wants to run the damn ball. You want to run the damn ball, and we only had 53 yards rushing. And we talked about Kellen Moore. Mike McCarthy, your play calling is no better than Kellen Moore, brother. And I was one at the time when we was looking for a head coach. I said, yeah, Mike McCarthy was probably the most qualified coach to bring in which, yeah, we can, like I said, we can live off 12-3 records 3 years in a row. But where did it get us? Where did 12-5 get us? They got us sent home. Okay? Y'all better hope we finish 9-7 today. Not today, but this season. I told you this is going to be a very difficult, tough, uphill climb for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm telling you. There's a lot more 500 teams on this schedule than. Go back and do your homework, do your research. Look at those games from last year to this year. And like I said, if the end zone was in between the 20s, from 20 to 20, we could have 500 points tonight. That's the only way we rack up yardage is in between the 20s, because in the red zone, our balls get small. I always say a scared man can't win. And if you're scared, call the laws. So congratulations to Detroit. I know how much it meant to you. I told you guys it was going to be a revenge game. Our offense has no complimentary nowhere in it. No touchdowns for the Cowboys. Not one touchdown. So really, Mike McCarthy leans heavy on, our kicker, and our defense. And that brings me to fantasy football. You might ask, gee, what do you mean by fantasy football? Well, let me explain because I'm glad you asked. Whoever has Brandon Aubrey as their kicker in fantasy football, congratulations. Oh, yeah. Simply because how heavily we weigh or we lean on our kicker to make field goals. So in fantasy, if you're not aware of it, whenever a kicker kicks a field goal, and depends on the distance, it's how many points you get. Can you imagine? Not Dan, but Brandon Aubrey has 8 kicks this season, 50 plus yards. So shout out to everyone that was smart enough to get Brandon Aubrey as a kicker on your fantasy football. He's definitely going to get you into the playoffs. Again, Dallas Cowboys are a joke. It's getting harder and harder, man. Trying to defend something that you support, and they continue to let you down. A quarterback's going to be here for the next 4 years. Owner and GM's going to be around. So I just told you once before, I did tell you once before that my expectations are right about here. Can y'all see that? This is where my expectations are. Look, my dog is coming up here trying to think I'm trying to feed him. So that's just how low to the ground it is. But anything over that is progress, which is not much. So let's just wait and see. We got a whole bye. Y'all, do you guys really think something's going to change? Anything's going to change? Oh, we need to go get a receiver. Well, you got Cavante Turpin. I don't think it's about the receivers that we go get to bring to. All you're going to do is piss them off. CeeDee Lamb has every right to be pissed off. Y'all can call him what drama queen or whatever you want to call him, but CeeDee Lamb has every reason to be pissed off. So you're going to go get Devontae Adams. You're going to go get, let's look at Brandon Cook. The guy was 1,000-yard reception receiver before he got here. This guy probably didn't break 400 yards this year. Just letting you guys know the wheels has fallen off on this old bus. The wheels have fallen off. It's not going to get any better. Got this old guy trying to call plays, and then you got a quarterback that just don't know how to read the damn defense and check out of it and come up with some of his own plays. Sometimes you just have to take things in your own hands and make something happen. And let me say this here quick. I'm not going to hold you any longer. If I see a defensive set, and you can probably say, well, there was no blocking when he did the rollout boot. But guess what? Dak should have saw that blitz coming from that edge. And if he did, he still went right along with the play instead of checking out of it and saying, you know what? Kill. There's no plan Bs or plan Cs in the one play that's called. That's what we call old school football. While we playing old school football, they reinventing the wheel. They're being creative. These coaches are being creative And here we are. Same old sick, tired ass offense. Anyway, that's my take for the night, y'all. The recap of this sorry, piss poor game. Detroit Lions 47, Cowboys 9. I was going to wait till Monday night to do this video. I couldn't wait. A lot of stuff's going to go on between now and tomorrow night. So I wanted to get this out here tonight. You heard it first on the Cowboys Huddle podcast. Now, everything else you might hear, stick to the script. Ain't no scripts here. Ain't no scripts. We don't do scripts. Anyway, that's that. We get a bye. Get to sit around and watch other games play. But I'm going to tell you something, man. As a Cowboy fan, being at the headquarters, supporting your team, kinfolk got the flags out, got the tent up, everything, beer is cold, cigars blowing. And after that game, coming out, it was kind of embarrassing. Shit, I wanted to run to the car and take the damn jersey off. I didn't want nobody to know because it was just that embarrassing. Ain't nothing to boast and brag about. You ain't had a Super Bowl in 30 years, man. And you're all that old yucky doc that you talk back. Well, I can win with any coach. You ain't done jack since Jimmy Johnson. And if you want to count Barry Switzer, that was Jimmy Johnson's team. So you ain't did jack since Jimmy Johnson. So I say pull your head out your ass. Straighten it back up right. And figure this thing out, man. Because the ship is sinking. That's all the time I have, guys. Just my thoughts, my opinion. You might like it, you might not. It really don't matter. But leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear what you got to say. But it is what it is.